Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys? Oh goodness, what a week it's been. I haven't got on all week because there's something, I don't know, my internet keeps cutting in and out. So if there's a problem with this video, I apologize in advance, but I just didn't want to not come on. So in this wee video, we're going to make this little snowman. He's really, really super easy to make. Perfect for beginners, or if you're looking just a really quick and cute Christmas cake topper to make. And I'm really in the Christmassy mood. I don't know about you guys, but we have our decorations and everything up. So everything from now on. Hi, Simone. It's going to be Christmassy. So bring it on. That's what I say. We need some sort of Christmas cheer or something to look forward to, don't we? Hi, Marianne. So you're going to just need, I'll put a link in the description for everything that I'm using to make this little snowman. But like I say, so easy and straightforward. So it's not going to take us too long. So I've got some white modelling paste here or fondant. I just prefer to work with modelling paste. I've got quite lazy now. I think once you start with the modelling paste, it's hard to go back. So I'm just going to put a little bit of vegetable shortening on my hands here, just to loosen this up a wee bit and to make it more pliable. And we're going to start out by making the little snowman's head first. I like to make the wee figures' heads first because it gives them a wee while to harden. And then that way you don't need to worry about them sinking into the body. So we're going to take off a good chunk. I like my figures to have bigger heads and smaller bodies. I think that's sort of what makes them cute if they've got big eyes and stuff like that. So I do have templates for this wee guy. I'll link them in the description below. And that just makes it a bit easier, but I'm just going to make them by hand. So you're just going to roll your fondant into a ball. And we're going to make it into like an oval shape. I've really missed coming on and going live with you guys and seeing how you are all doing. So I'm just sort of making this into an oval shape, and you're going to press down. It doesn't need to be perfect because he's a snowman and snowmen aren't perfect. Okay, so I think that's around the same size, isn't it? Okay, so you've got your circle or your oval there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my finger and press it down like that. That just sort of gives a wee bit of dimension rather than it being, oh, Simone, we found out last night we're going into another full lockdown over here, which isn't good news. So we've been in a circuit breaker lockdown. So I'm going to make his eyes now with some sugar pearls. As I say, this just makes life so much easier if you've got these. Yeah, so Nightmare, we've been in a circuit breaker lockdown here for the last, I would say 4 weeks, I think. And we find out, so everything is opening up today for a week, and then they're closing it all down, and it's going to close for 2 weeks up until sort of the middle of December, which is just a nightmare. So you're just going to place your little eyes and push down. It looks really weird, doesn't it? But don't worry, it comes together. So I don't know, it was really weird last night. Like the first lockdown, I suppose, you know, you just done what you had to do, but it's because you know what's in store this time. I'm just going to roll this into a wee oval shape. Like that. So yeah, I was a bit gutted last night. I was really surprised at my own reaction. I suppose I just didn't expect it. So all the non-essential shops are closing, and the only thing is the kids are staying in school, which is good. They're keeping the schools open this time, which I think is really important. I forgot I used that earlier on. It had brown paint on it. So, hi Natalie. Yes, I've seen you before. Oh, Simone, you're local. Oh, that's right. You're over in the UK. It's a nightmare. I think, how are things over there, Natalie? I think because it's so close to Christmas, it just seems so much worse. Especially when you're trying to do a bit of Christmas shopping. But I know in the grand scheme of things, that is not important. But I was not expecting, because we're just over in Northern Ireland. There's not, I'm going to take a wee dotting tool here and some white edible paint, and I'm going to just create some wee catch lights here. Yeah, I sort of thought we were doing okay over here, but apparently we're not. Apparently, so have you've no lockdowns or anything over there, Natalie? I think I've made his nose a bit big, so I'm going to take some of this off. And hold on, my husband is standing chatting to a courier, and he's to get my wee boy from school. Oh dear. Okay, so and now we're going to give him some eyebrows. Stevie, don't forget about Dylan. He gets out now. It's 5 to 2. So I don't know if you watched one of my last videos, but Dylan was forgotten about, and it's forgotten about again. Simone, you're right. It's horrible to think, especially the elderly people who are on their own. So you want to take a wee ball of black fondant, and we're just going to cut it like that. And then we're going to make some eyebrows here. Oh my goodness, my heart, if I thought about, older people, elderly people, like you say, on their own, it's just awful for them. Or people who've lost loved ones and stuff. So just giving him some wee eyebrows here. There we go. We'll just lift it up to show you. That's his wee face. Now we're going to let him dry a wee bit, and then we're going to go in with our black marker and create a little smile here. But we'll let him sit there for a wee second. And I'm just going to make sure there's no black on my hands. But I don't know about you guys. I'm just ready for this all to be over. Yeah, Simone, that's the same as my dad. We kind of have him in our bubble as well. That's all you can really do, isn't it? I mean, it would be so cruel to, like the last time there was the big lockdown, we were a lot more, we didn't go into the house or anything, but hi, Elizabeth. So now we're going to make the wee body. So like I say, small body, big head. And I think this is even too much. So you're going to roll this into a teardrop shape. Like that. And just press your finger down. Like that. Okay, because you want them to have a wee bit of a tummy. So I'm just take my wee blade. And so you just measure that up against your wee guy. And that looks good, doesn't it? Maybe a wee tiny bit smaller. So what you could do, you could make this wee guy on, standing up. You can make him standing by putting a cocktail stick. I'm just going to make him on the board here, but I'm sure you've seen my videos. I will link a video that I've done of 3 little snowmen. There's a baby, and then there's a sister, there's a girl, and then there's another boy, older boy. If you want to see them, the girl snowmen are really cute. So we've got another ball here. And This is going to be for the feet. Oh, hello, Carla. How are you? You're going to just, now I think this might be too small. And you're going to just roll it into a ball and take your finger like that, okay? So it's very, very bulbousy on the bottom, but it's skinny on the top. You see, Natalie, I think that's the way to do it, you know. I think that's the mistake we made over here. I think really we should have, it's okay to say in hindsight, but we really should have closed our borders here because we didn't really, hi Baron, we didn't have a, you know, we're just in such a wee tiny corner of the world over here. So I'm going to take a circle cutter and I'm just going to cut that like that. Do you see the way that leaves that at an angle? So he'll just fit on nicely. And do the same with the other one. I think if we'd have closed our borders in the first round, we could have probably had a pretty normal summer or spring. But this is how they decided to do things. So that's his 2 wee legs. Oh, this thing here, Marianne. Do you know, I couldn't be without this now, the blade. It's just so much easier, though you really have to watch your fingers with it. So I'm just going to realize that there's a wee bit of a size difference. So I'm just making the wee body parts here first, and then we'll stick them all together. Okay, I still think his body's too big. I'm going to cut it down a wee bit more, and then we'll make it a bit more narrow. Okay, so if you were going to make this wee guy standing, I'll show you here. Hi, Kelly. So you're going to make this wee guy standing. You've seen how to make the standing toppers. You would, I'm just going to make this a bit more narrow. So if you were making him standing, you would use a cocktail stick or a barbecue skewer, and you would have it come right the way down, out through the foot and onto your cake. I'm going to use a wee bit of water here. And so that's the first wee leg. And you would have that come right out the bottom there. So it would be secured onto your cake. But I'm not going to do that today because I don't have anything to secure them onto. Okay, do the same with the other wee leg, just a bit of water. I'm going to stick a wee cocktail stick in here just to make sure this wee leg stays in place. And some wire cutters as well. So because I had the internet connection was messing me about this week, I have pre-recorded a video for you. So I don't know whether to leave it to next week to put it on or to put it on tomorrow. What do you think? So that's the 2 wee legs. This is so easy. So easy. Perfect if you're a beginner. So we're going to make some, like what you could do, you could make twig arms and stuff. And that other video that I was talking about that I've made before, I think, yes, I did make twig arms in it. So you'd be able to see there, no problem, how to make wee twig arms. Okay, so this is just another wee ball. I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm rushing now because my wee man, he's going to be home any minute. And the same way you made the legs. Okay. Wee bit of water. Just on here, just so you can stick the arms on. And we'll just press it down like that. And do the same with the other arm. So that's his wee snow arms. And then we're going to give him a couple of wee buttons here. So I'm just going to use some brown. You could use black, it doesn't really matter. Give him a couple of buttons. So I'm going to push that down. One button. Oh, thanks, Carla. I love to see the simple characters are just, I just love the wee simple characters. Okay, so that's the wee body. Now we're going to stick his wee head on. I wonder, should we do a wee smile? We'll do a wee smile here. So I'm going to use an edible pen to do the smile. It might still be a wee bit wet, but we'll have a wee go. That worked out okay. What I'll do, I'll go back over it again whenever it's dry. Let's see if you can see his wee smile. Okay, so I'm going to cut a wee bit, sorry, nearly knocked you over there. Cut a wee bit of this off. And again, some water here. And then we're going to make his wee hat and scarf and stuff. And I think it's those wee details that make the cake topper come to life. You're funny, Carla. Oh, he's so easy, Marianne. He's just so simple, this wee guy. You really couldn't go wrong. Now, that's the wee head stuck on, okay? So here we go. Now, we're going to make his wee hat and everything. Okay, so I'm going to make this wee one with a, I wonder, can you see his wee smile? You can. I'm going to make this wee one with a wee Santa hat, I think. Just to, well, we'll do his wee scarf first. So, just some red now. And I'm just going to roll it out. And I'm going to use my quilting tool. This is like a really, really lazy way to make something look like wool. Hi, Rosalvo. How are you? So just do some lines. This is really, really lazy, but it's so quick. And, you know, the wee female one, you could make loads of these. If you make them smaller, they're more childlike. And they're just so quick and easy. Like, how long is this video? 18 minutes and he's nearly done. So there's no reason at all why you couldn't do this at home. In Brazil, I love hearing where you're all watching from. It's great. So I'm going to cut off a wee piece here. And then another piece here. So this is going to be for the scarf. So what you're going to do with this wee strip, we're going to cut piece here at the bottom, and then we're going to fray it like that so it looks more like a wee scarf. See that? And then we're going to just cut it here. And I'm going to put some water just around his neck here to stick his wee scarf and stuff on. Then you're going to lift this, and I think that's a bit long, so I'm going to take a wee bit off it. Still a bit long. That's one wee bit. And then you can have it sort of sitting out so it looks a bit more realistic. You don't want it sitting really neatly. That way it looks more realistic. Not that it's a realistic snowman. So now we're going to just take this other. And yeah, Carla, you can add stripes and stuff like this wee guy here. He has stripes, and all you do is really just layer this on. So like you say, it just makes the wee guy come alive, doesn't it? Okay, so you're just going to push that round the back. We'll cut this side here. And cut it here. And then join it up at the back. I'm not going to worry too much about what the back of it looks like because it's really just for this video, but I mean, it couldn't be any easier, really, could it, guys? So we'll give him a wee, what do you think of a wee Santa hat? We'll give him a wee Santa hat. Yeah, okay. So the hat, there's a few different ways how to make a hat, so I'm just going to show you the most simple way. We're just going to place it on his wee head and wrap it round. I was going to say, if anybody any nice plans for the weekend, but of course you don't. Nobody has any plans these days. So I'm going to cut across here and then just going to have a wee looky here at his wee head. Okay. And we're going to, right. Okay. So I'm going to sort of do this like this. Then what you can do afterwards, you can patch in the back and add a wee bit of water and stuff, and it will, like I say, this is just a really fast, quick tutorial. He looks like a wee pirate now. A wee pirate snowman. So now what you could do that same fabric effect if you wanted. I'm just going to show you the back. So you would cut across here and patch that in. Okay. I'm not going to do that because there's no point in you seeing all that. I can do that afterwards. And I think I will texture the wee guy here. So I have a smaller quilting tool. There's my wee man back from school. So this is the beauty of making your own wee toppers. You can just add or take away. Now he really looks like a pirate now for some reason. And then just... So just make sure you need to tidy up the back of that. I'm just working really, really quickly here because... Dylan. Okay, so... Oh, your birthday's the 21st. We have our tree up and all. Carla? Yes, go ahead. Get your tree up. Get it up. You have to, especially this year. I think nobody is thinking twice of anybody having decorations up this year. Aye, Marianne. Oh, making hot chocolate bombs. I like the sound of those. I made, our kids would have, they love hot chocolates, and especially December. They would have a wee hot chocolate most nights. And we just have the, the Cadbury's one. Just going to make a wee pom-pom. Then we're going to make a furry trim as well. But I want you to be able to see his wee smile. Yeah, so I melted chocolate into theirs last night. And I think I might have started something because it was so good with the chocolate melted into it as well. Okay, so I've got a wee piece here. Just going to take that wee bit of fondant there. And it's in a ball. Oh, did she decorate her bedroom as well? My kids have their own tree, so we're just going to take some embroidery scissors and fray this out to make it look nice and fluffy. They love their wee Christmas trees. They love decorating them, and it just makes them so happy. I was saying to my dad, whenever we were putting up all our decorations, the kids were just so happy, And I think it's just they've got nothing going on at the minute, nothing really to look forward to. It must be really hard for the kids. They can't process what's going on, and they don't really know how they're feeling, I think, half the time with kids. And, so they were just so excited. So I'm going to stick this wee furry bit on here. It's a wee furry pom-pom. And then we're going to right that way. And we're going to give them a wee furry trim. So you're going to take another piece and you're going to roll this out into like a snake shape. I'm going to move this wee guy's nose up a wee bit so you can see his smile. That's better, isn't it? You can see his smile now. Okay, so this piece here, this is going to be the fur trim. And Dylan has not, so when we were taking out all the Christmas decorations, he found his Santa hat and he has not had it off. Oh, this is like from a couple of weeks ago, so like early November, Dylan's been running around with his Santa hat on. But it's just so lovely, isn't it, to see your decorations up, and it sort of makes things feel a wee bit more normal, doesn't it? Okay, so we're just fraying along. Just want to make this look nice and fluffy. I'm surprised he hasn't come in the last time he came in. Right, so just going to get a wee bit of water again. Put that along here. And just put that wee trim along the wee Santa hat. So what you need to do is fill this in at the back as well. Make it long enough so that it goes around the back. And I'm just going to have that kind of poking up a wee bit there and then coming down there. Okay, now I'm going to take my embroidery scissors here. I'm just going to fray that down so that it covers that red. And so it looks really fluffy. Happy Christmas, guys. Who knew that it was Christmas time already, eh? So there you go. That's your little snowman. I hope you have fun making him. He's so easy. And I'll show you this wee one too. You couldn't get any easier than these wee guys. Sure you couldn't. So I hope you have fun making those. Let me know how you get on. And have a lovely weekend. And I'll be back with another video next week. Oh my goodness, Marianne, that always happens. Thankfully, you came before my video this week for once. Oh, happy Christmas from our little snowman, Carla. Okay, it's lovely to see you all popping on for a wee chat. Like I say, I really did miss you this week. So I'm glad I was able to get on just to let you know what was happening. And everything seems to be okay in this video with the new camera. So fingers crossed, we're finally getting the hang of it. Have a good weekend, guys, and I'll see you next week. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye.